All right, guys. I got Jesse Shearman here from Red 9 in Toronto. How's it going, buddy?
I'm good, buddy. I'm fucking good. Here I am. Here we go. Thanks for
Yeah,
having
man.
me on the show too. This is pretty cool, man, for you to do this and put this all together.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I'm
Thanks
pretty
for uh,
excited.
thanks for agreeing to do it for sure. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So
Can you do me a favor and look at the camera the whole time so I feel like you're looking right at me?
that's way the fuck over here. Now I got to look to
I'm
my
just
left.
fucking with you.
You're asking a
I'm
big
just
favor,
fucking with
bud.
you. I'm fucking with you.
That's all good, buddy. So you guys are
So
on.
hold on.
I'm gonna jump right into it. What's up?
Well, everything's crazy.
Oh, I know.
Everything's crazy, right? So I
Yeah.
think the best thing to do is get the elephant out of the fucking room, right?
All right.
Everything's crazy. I'm not allowed to tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
allowed
know.
to tattoo. Midday getting fucking blitz with you. This is what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not allowed to do shit. And I obviously you saw my rant earlier during COVID season,
Yeah.
right? My wife fucking hates it, so I had to calm the fuck down and stop posting shit. But I was definitely ranting and speaking my mind at the beginning because I smelled something fucking fishy from the get-go, right?
Mhm.
And now I'm not allowed to work. Now my shop's boarded up, completely fucking boarded up. I'm not allowed to do what I do, which is tattoo. See one person a day too, one person, you know. And yeah, so I can get fined and all these kinds of things. And people are really upset. We're like, hey man, what's your problem? How come you're so fucking upset on the internet? Well, are you at work while you're messaging me saying what's your problem? Because a lot of people, it's funny, like, hey, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing this and just hanging out now, drawing, painting. You should see the paintings. I got paintings on paintings, more fucking paintings, paintings
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, you know what,
Going
man? You
nuts.
got every right to be upset, dude. You got a family to take care of. You got a business to run. You got bills to pay, like everybody else, right? And that was one of the things I wanted to, basically get into it with you right away was the whole pandemic thing because you're in the city. You guys are on your second lockdown, and not to be a dick or rub it in or anything. I'm not shut down yet. Today's our
Mm.
first day in red zone, and I think it's like 5 people, not including your staff, I believe, in a shop size like us or whatever. I don't know if it's going to change. I kind of think it will, maybe after Christmas. And we've had a lot of people from the south, like towards Toronto, and that come this way because all our shit's still open. They're going to Aurelia, they're going to Barrie. Costco's open, Walmart's open, all that other shit. We're not on lockdown, right? So we've had a flood of more people this way. So that's going to, scare everybody here and probably put us into lockdown regardless. And I think we were going to go into lockdown anyway, even if we were to do it all at the same time, like Toronto and Barrie, I think it was all going to happen at the same time anyway. So
It's like a fucking game now, though. It's what bothers me. It's like a game. It's like hot potato. Like, what is going on, right?
yeah.
What the fuck is going on? I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean,
I don't know either, man. Like I said, I don't want to get into politics too much on here. Everybody's going to have their own opinion, man. And I'm sure, we're going to share some of the same opinions, about this whole fucking pandemic bullshit or whatever. And, I just think it's bullshit that you guys get shut down, a second time. I mean, as a tattoo shop and a tattoo artist, we're trained, in contaminations and cross contaminations and keeping everything sterile and all that other shit. Right. And I think that we go above and beyond even outside of the whole pandemic shit to make sure that we have a sterile environment, to work at and to have our artists work at, clients come in and everything's good. Right. So,
yeah.
I just think it's horseshit. It was the same thing about the gyms. I think the gyms should be open. It helps people, mentally as well. And I heard,
I can tell you're in the. I
sorry,
can
go
tell
on.
you're in the process of getting D's. I can see you're in the process of getting D's.
Yeah.
Like I can.
Yeah.
I can. Jesus. I can
I'm
fucking
trying.
tell.
I'm trying, bud. I'm trying to put some size on the arms and lose it off the fucking gut.
Yeah, I hear
So,
you.
yeah, man.
I've been drinking
But,
my face off too, so I gotta
yeah,
fucking chill on that.
I'm basically a straight edge fucking old man now, so I don't
Oh
really
yeah.
drink and yeah, I don't smoke or anything anymore. So, but
Oh fuck, yeah.
it is what it is, man. But
Yeah.
when I was I spoke to John Wayne recently, and he told me to say hello. By the way,
Yeah,
so
buddy.
I
How you
promised him
doing,
I
John?
would. But
Yeah.
he mentioned that you reached out, to a few people, and to make sure that they were doing good, and
Hmm.
he spoke very, very highly of you, and he respected it a lot. And
You know what I love about the tattoo community? I mean, even mainly the Canadian tattoo community, because that's all I really know. And all the good artists, they seem to stick together. And I don't
mhm.
mean good artists, I mean just good people. You
Yeah,
know, like good people that are dedicated to the craft, they care about it, they want to see it grow, they want to see everybody doing well in it, progressing, all these kind of things. As you, if you know, if you don't see each other very often, no matter what, when you meet up, it's like it was, you're just picking up where you left off. And that's what I like about the tattoo community whenever I hook back up with somebody I haven't seen for a long time. Yeah.
yeah. It's like a tight ship, eh? That's what I find.
Yeah,
Everybody
it is.
all it's the respect thing with each other, like a mutual respect, and I really
Hell
dig it
yeah.
here. Yeah, man.
My door is always open to artists, guest artists, all kinds, whatever. If they ever want to come through the shop, we got a spot, baby. We got a
Perfect.
spot. You know.
Yeah, yeah, of course I do. You your shop though, it's not really it's not a street shop, we'll say, right? Like, flash everywhere and
No.
stuff, ready for walk-ins, it's more or less when I came there for a little bit, it's more or less like, bring your own clients kind of sort of thing. Or if somebody does
Yeah.
happen to come in and it works out that way where you get the piece or whatever, it just,
Yeah.
um, but I've been to your studio, man, and I dig it. It's pretty awesome, man. And I can see that you
Cool.
have more to offer than just tattoos as well. You guys are the whole culture with, shoes and clothing and shit like that, man. It's something I can really
Hmm.
dig, man.
The
I
shoe
like it.
thing is interesting. The shoe thing was never planned, obviously. The shoe thing is just me putting on one of my best friends and just giving him a platform to pitch his brand. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? We never planned to be a tattoo, sneaker shop, barber shop, anything like that. Those are
Right.
all just my close homies that I put on. And they've been with me for years too. Like my barber's been with me for almost 12 years. So it's not like I need a barber because it's trending. That was just my homie in the neighborhood. I had space, so I put him on. Years later, my good friend Jaron from Parlor 23, same thing. He just needed a mound to pitch his brand, so I'm willing to do that. Same thing with artists. I just want to give you a mound to pitch your brand. I'm not trying to make fucking all this money off of everybody and get fat and rich off them. I just want to be on the same ship with my homies.
Yeah, like you
You know
just
what I
said, it's
mean?
helping out a brother, man. That's the way it goes, right?
Yeah.
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 So now that I just mentioned to you, about reaching out to John and several other people, how are you doing through this whole fucking bullshit besides being the obvious pissed off and stuff, right? Like, how's your mental state right now with this whole thing and your
I'm
wife?
up and down. I'm up and down. My wife is man, my wife is something else. She's the keystone that
Mhm.
keeps the structure together. You know what I mean? I'm the crazy little bits in between. But yeah, I'm up and down. I'm up and down. Uh, I try to stay creative. She keeps the house stable. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
She kind of calms me down when I need to calm down, or maybe motivate me when I need to be a little more motivated. I don't know. I'm an artist and I'm fucking emotional. She's an artist too, but she's just stronger in her head than I am.
Yeah.
But I express myself like when I think about something, I fucking say it. And I gotta learn. I gotta work on that. I gotta work on not just saying the shit that I think right away.
But
Maybe
I'm
filter
right
it a
there
little
with
bit.
you, man. I'm right there with you. I'm one of those people too,
Yeah,
man. If I got something to say, I say it, and everybody thinks you're an asshole, and
I know, and I
that's what
don't
it
mean
is.
it really to come off that way, like
Yeah.
fuck
No,
you
I know.
all for good. I just mean like right now I feel like this, and yeah. So in the beginning of this whole bullshit, man, I felt like the craft was being taken away from me. You
Hmm.
know, the craft is being, and I'm looking around and everything's fine. Everything seems fine. I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't know shit, anyways. And then I start going down the rabbit hole because all I got is time. So here we go. And I'm no stranger to the rabbit hole. So I start jumping through other holes that lead off of the main one. And you're just
Yeah.
the first timer going down it. There's all kinds of ones that lead off of that. So fuck yeah. I went down the rabbit hole a few times and I'm back.
Yeah, I've been there, and I guess that's what this whole thing is, helping people do, is fucking think and overthink, and like you said, that's all we have now is time. Especially when you're on a shutdown and shit like that, man. It's
Yeah,
shit.
what was interesting when I started voicing my opinion about this shit is I got so many people were messaging me saying, you know, I agree, or check this out, or look what I found, or what do you think of this? And I was like, God damn, like everybody's obviously thinking about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you got nothing else to do. It's funny, I see a lot of other people just like, yeah, you know, everything's fine, everything's this. I'm like, man, you got to say something. The more you say something, say, no, something the fuck is up. And I want it to go back to the way it was. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? As opposed to just accepting it and wearing a fucking muzzle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Fuck it.
Yeah, no, it's everybody's gonna be anxious. You know, like I've spoken to a few artists and you know even other business owners and stuff. You know, whether they're local or whatever, and it's the same thing. You know, everybody feels kind of the same, but some people are kind of keeping their composure or bottling it up and just kind of fucking dealing with it, or you know, some people it's just getting under their fucking skin. You know,
Mm.
and that which leads me to even this now too, right? Like I've spoke about me why I'm doing this podcast and fucking streaming video games and shit at the same time. Like it's
Right.
something to keep me and keep my fucking head sane as well, even though I'm still open, but we still
Yeah.
have all these fucking measures too, right? Like I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't like wearing a fucking mask either all day tattooing. They bug my fucking ears and you know it's a pain in the dick. I got a beard, it fucks up my beard, and it's just a pain in the dick, you know, and I fucking hate it. And you know, there's people
Yeah.
that are fine with it, but I'd rather do that than, you know, unfortunately, like I said, not to be an
Not be able
asshole,
to work. Yeah, I
not
hear
be
you. I
able
mean,
to work, right?
if I gotta wear a balaclava to work, I'll wear one, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll do it. I'm not that guy saying no. I'm not that guy getting wrestled in a fucking Eaton Center or a fucking mall of whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
that guy. I'll do
Yeah.
it.
We're not gonna be the ones that are next on the fucking on a video caught on Facebook, right?
No, no. Like
Yeah.
I carry it around. I gotta pick up my kids in the schoolyard. I gotta put it on when I go in the schoolyard and take it. It's so fucking weird, but I do it. I jump
Yeah.
through the hoops. I'm not that guy. Again, I'm
Yeah.
not that asshole, but I'm gonna voice my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna definitely still speak up, and you should say something. The fuck, right?
Yeah, man. Well, I can definitely
Fucking
tell
boogeyman.
you're frustrated, man, and you know,
Yeah,
along with many others. You know, it
yeah,
just sucks. I definitely wanted to talk to you about that because you're the first person, you know, first artist I've spoken to that's from, you know, the Toronto region that's on shutdown, right?
buddy. It's
So,
weird. All I do is I get up, I walk to my fucking shop. People zigzag off the roads around me. You know
mhm.
what I mean? I get to my fucking shop. I'm only 2 blocks away, so that's all I do. Everybody's just strange the second you leave your house. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then I mopped my floor like 3 times in a row the other day, right? Because that's all I got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cleaning and fucking yeah,
Yeah, that's
do
so
it. And then
is it for,
they extended it too. It's extended.
oh, I was literally just about to ask you, wasn't it originally for 28 days or some shit or 2 weeks? What was it?
I think so. And then I heard it's extended to like January 20th, or I don't fucking know now. I don't even know. What I want to do is I want to buy an open sign and open up on the 2nd or the 3rd.
Yeah.
Open the biggest fucking open sign I can find. That's what I want to. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Well, that's crazy, dude.
Oh,
There you go.
oh my god, here.
Nice. There
This
you
is
go.
I drew a COVID doctor. Sorry, I know we're off that, but
No. It's all good, man. It's artwork, man. That's pretty
he's got
dope.
his he's got his fucking vax. You better get your vaccination,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
isn't he
pretty
creepy?
dope. Is that
One of his eyes.
graphite?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I got a bunch of big pieces of paper that I picked up off the stairs just down the street from me.
Hmm.
Big roll, actually. I got a roll, so I've just been chopping it off and
Nice.
drawing on there, charcoal and graphite.
So I obviously know you know what kind
I
of
actually,
style you
sorry to
do.
cut you off.
And
Sorry
yeah,
to cut
no,
you off.
okay.
I'm actually drawing that for Necro. You know Necro, the
Yep,
rapper.
the rapper. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hit him up and I was talking about album art and shit like that. So that's something I'm actually putting together for him.
Nice, man. Do you do?
Yeah.
Are you into any digital shit? I know a lot of us artists are onto the whole iPad thing. Are
Yeah.
you on that game yet or what?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bang. There you go. Cool, man.
I'm in my studio right now. You know, in the back of my house, I got an art studio where I just make art. I can burn shit in here. I can
Yeah.
paint in here.
Is that drill press back there? Is that for
I got a drill piss. Yeah.
making
the drill
making
press in
frames or
here.
what?
Yeah. I got fucking TV up in this bitch. I
Nice.
don't really watch it much though, but
Yeah.
yeah, man,
That's cool,
that's
dude.
how I do it though.
You
You got to surround yourself. You got to surround yourself so you're prepared. You know what I hate doing when it comes to art is setting up.
yeah.
Setting up sucks. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
want to paint, and you got to get all this shit. Where's my fucking paint? Where's this? Where's that? My brushes, my solvent. That. Once you got it all kind of just going all the time, and all you're doing is maybe pouring a little solvent or opening off the top of something, or you know what I mean. You're just kind of ready to
Yeah.
pick up and go. I like that.
Well, I'm not going to
Yeah.
say art's the easy part, but that's where we're in our comfort zone, right? Is once, like you said, everything's all set up and all the fucking the bullshit's done. We get the brush in our hand or whatever it is, whatever medium we're using, and just go to town, right? That's where we're comfortable.
Yeah, I started on the Cintiq when it comes to digital art. I was doing the Cintiq.
Yeah.
I had that going with Photoshop for a while, like years ago, and then I switched over to the iPad Pro whenever it came out. This is like the first one, so pretty old now.
Yeah, I have the same one too, the first one, and first generation pencil and all that shit. I started on
Yeah,
the Cintiq too with Photoshop,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it was awesome. But again, it was carrying around a laptop. I had the one that you hooked up to the laptop and dragged it over, right? So
yeah,
carrying around
yeah,
the laptop, the big fucking the drawing tablet, carrying around all this
yeah.
shit, and I was like, holy fuck! Next thing you know, my backpack's worth like fucking $5,000, and I didn't want to carry it around anymore just in case some fucking cracker jacked me for it, or whatever. But
Yeah, and when I switched over to the iPad Pro, it felt like when I went over to the Zion pen. You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
is it wireless? Am I using the Zion? I can't even fucking remember which
Zion's
one it is.
Zion's not wireless, no.
It's not wireless. What's the other
No,
one?
you can get a battery pack for it though. And then they got
No,
the
I have the battery
Cheyenne.
pack.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, fuck, I can't remember what I'm using now. I'm going crazy. I'm not even
Yeah.
tattooed. I don't even know. I'm gonna get back and do Tabori when
Yeah,
I get
right? No
back. I don't
shit.
even
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what's going on.
Just dip your fucking Apple Pencil in something and a fucking hammer on the other end. There you go. That's how
Yeah,
people are
but it
gonna
felt
start
like
doing it.
when I went wireless with tattooing, it was the same thing when I started just using the iPad Pro. It had the same feel of just pick up and go.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're still using pens obviously to this day, right?
Yeah, I'm using the wireless FK Iron.
You gotta have the battery pack with the pen then, the Zion. Is it black and red?
No, I have the fuck. What do I have? There's the Zion and
The
the
Flux?
Flux. I have the
Oh, the
Flux.
Flux. Oh, the newest one. Oh, okay.
Fuck!
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one with the battery pack on the back. Yeah.
it's because of this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, that's what I'm using.
I'm interested in trying to pick one of those up or the Cheyenne one. I had this conversation with John, and because I'm using the Cheyenne Soul Nova, and I have used
Yeah,
the Cheyenne. I have one of those as well, and that's what I
right.
was actually using when I came to your shop. But I think like for me, I think I like the Cheyenne a little bit more. It just feels a little better in the hand for me.
You're a
And I'm not saying
Cheyenne guy, yeah. I had
not
a
really
Cheyenne years
either,
ago.
but I'm not a Cheyenne guy. That's the thing. It's just I just started getting into them with this machine for some reason. I just like the feel of it in the hand. I don't know, but
Right.
the Zion. I'm not knocking that for sure. That's an amazing machine. But when I was going to go to wireless, just wasn't sure which one I was going to do. If it was
Yeah,
Cheyenne or FK irons. So I'm still
it's
on the
good.
fence about it.
So far, that's all I'm using is the FK Iron, completely wireless. I tattoo different now.
Yeah,
I feel like when I'm tattooing, let me find something to give you an example, like this flashlight. Like normally when I'm tattooing, I'm all down here, or maybe like this. I'm all down here. But now I find because I'm wireless, I don't have nothing back here anymore, and I back up a little bit when I'm doing textures,
yeah.
and I loosen up. I almost loosen up a little bit when I'm starting to do like hair or like face or the tiger, like say it's a tiger like within here or something like that. I'll back up and I get this like irky jerky kind of uncontrolled, I don't know,
It's
freedom.
almost like holding it like a fucking paintbrush, and you're standing, and the paint the
Yeah,
canvas
I'm
is
not stuck
underneath
here
you,
all the
right?
time anymore,
Yeah,
right? Now I can go behind it a little bit almost like you're behind it. Man, it's just like this big.
yeah.
Something else. Something else.
Fuck, those things are pricey. I think they're like 1,600 bucks, aren't they, for
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
batteries? Yeah.
I got a good deal on it, but it's yeah, it retails for like 15, I think, for sure.
Yeah, and the battery life's pretty good. Apparently, it's like 8 to 10 hours or 6 to 10
So
hours or
far
something.
so good. There's a few times where I forgot to charge it
Yeah,
and I get there like fuck, you know?
yeah.
And I've done 2 days with it. I've done 2 full days with it. It says it's only supposed to
With
last
one
7 to 8 hours.
battery.
One battery. But that's
Shit.
brand new too, because a lithium battery only holds so much of a charge. If it's brand new out of the pack, it's definitely going to be like, it's going to be good, but it'll decline slowly. So I don't know if it would do
Yeah.
that now. I've been using it for about a year now, or however long it's been out. I don't even know. Ever since it's been out, but yeah. So I don't know if it would do that now, but I can get to the next day and do like 2 hours, 3 hours before I know it'll start blinking red and shit.
Yeah.
But it also charges fast. When I plug it in, if I let it charge for like half an hour, 45 minutes, it's good to go for definitely a couple hours.
Fuck, maybe I should check that out. I'm pretty sure the Cheyenne has a removable battery, and they actually take, those fucking vape pen batteries that they used to come, like I don't know what the fuck they're called, but it's just the one you stick into a douche flute, and it's one of those. So you can
That's
you can
interesting.
keep
These
swapping them
batteries
out.
come
Yeah,
off too.
yeah,
You can switch these batteries also. You can buy other
yeah.
batteries.
Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
check them
same
out
shit.
then. Fuck, cool, man. How many artists you
They're
got
all
working
good.
with you?
They're all good. We got Mike Mullaney. We got Lindsay. Lindsay's the newest artist that joined us. Lindsay Tattoo. We got Trevor Tuffy Tats. Yeah, myself. And yeah, we got Justin the barber. He's upstairs doing his thing. My wife, whenever she tattoos, on and off. And then we got Jaron, who runs Parlor 23. And he also kind of helps me run the shop, He helps me clean up. He helps me just delegate things. We don't have a counter person or any of that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
But he's kind of that guy, sort of, because he's out there anyways, And it's just one of the benefits that comes with hooking up your homies. There's also, it comes with benefits of taking care of me in this way too. So he helps me out a lot. He's my extra set of hands.
Nice.
Yeah, so we do our thing.
And I guess they're just rolling with the punches too, with this whole fucking bullshit going on.
Yeah, just rolling with the punches, trying to sell a lot of art. Trevor's definitely trying to sell a lot of art. He makes a lot of art himself. He's always trying to sell some stuff on the go, painted cleavers. We got all kinds of stuff at the shop. I posted a bunch of stuff for sale. Saws. We got saws, painted saws for sale. We got. I got this fire series, this big fire series that I did a while back. Let's see. Fire.
Hey, that's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah, it's this barge we built. Put a friend of mine's ashes in it, and we burnt it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a send off.
Fuck. Well, I think the last time I saw you was was that Nick's, or you didn't go to Covered, right? I think it was Nick's was the last one I saw you.
I went to Covered. I walked through. We entered a few pieces. Checked it out. Yeah, it was. I wanted to fly a drone in there. I was like, this place is fucking huge. We should have drone races.
Dude, it was fucking massive.
There was a whole other side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The convention only took up like half of that room.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't think Covered was as big as. I don't think it was as big as Nick's.
No, it's probably half the size.
Yeah, Nick's is pretty fucking big, man. And I'm hoping. Well, I don't know what's your thoughts on conventions coming up in 2021. You think it's going to happen, or I'm hoping it happens, right? But
I mean, it's very tragic about Damien. Rest in peace.
Yes.
That was another fucking tragic fucking thing that happened this year. Motherfuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's shit, dude.
I went to his funeral, saw some old friends there and saw some good people there. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, but it's tragic. That guy put me on. Man. That guy helped me out big time. I made the last poster of the last show that actually happened. I made, you know, it was the first tattoo convention I ever went to. Also, 21 years ago, 22 years ago. I remember it was a big deal. I remember seeing them all around Kingston Road, all over downtown Yonge Street. See them everywhere. That was a big deal. Like a tattoo convention here, shit. I see him in magazines.
Yeah, he played a big role for sure, man.
Huge role.
Impacted a lot of artists' lives.
It was the mayor of Tattoo Town, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like you said, man, rest in peace. It
it
sucks.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, man, for sure. But I hope condolences to his family. I hope his family's all doing as best as they can. Anyway, 2020 you can fuck right off, right? So
fuck, man, I can't wait to get through it. I can't wait to
Oh, I
get through
know.
it.
Oh, I know. So you're how long you been tattooing for? For those who don't know, let us know.
I've been tattooing, I don't know, man, since I was 15. Uh, I'm 39 now. I just turned 39 December 3rd.
Oh, well,
Uh,
happy belated.
yeah, crazy, right? So I don't know, like 24 years or some shit like that.
Jesus Christ. You're catching up to me,
Something
bud.
like
I'm
that.
39. I'm turning fucking 40 soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel like I'm 40, to
Yeah.
be honest. I feel like a kid still. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I want to do stuff that my kids are doing all the time. Um, Half the shit I think of is probably something a 39-year-old shouldn't be thinking of.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Fuck.
Buddy, I stream video games too, man. And I'm 39 years old, and I stream
Yeah,
video games live on Twitch all the time, and that's, I
yeah.
guess, maybe
I've been playing
that's
tons of
normal for a
games.
40-year-old this
I've
time,
been
but
playing tons of games with my kids. We got the PS5 going now, so
nice.
we got the Spider-Man going. So we're playing that like all the time. It's like a movie. That game. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I game on PC. So
PC. Oh,
I'll
you're hardcore.
yeah, I'm a PC
Fucking
gamer, man. I got three monitors
look
sitting in
out.
front of me, and yeah, it's pretty nuts, man. I got a
You
good
gotta
setup
look
going,
out.
so
You got your own
yeah.
room for that shit.
I
I
do.
hear
I
you.
have my own office, my own room, and
Yeah.
actually, I had to put my. You can see them in the background. I just set up my bench again over here, all my weights and shit again.
Yeah.
So my the guy I did the first podcast with, Ryan Hawks, he's an owner of a gym here, local entrepreneur
Right.
and
I
stuff.
heard.
The
Yeah.
guy that actually, like I said, and I'll keep saying it over and over again, he's the one that convinced me to get into the podcasting world with the tattoo world attached to it, right? And
Yeah.
with him,
Yeah.
he's putting together some shit for today, because today's our first day in Red Zone. So, and his gym just opened, fucking in a ballpark 5-6 months ago, and
Yeah.
really big. Barry's like biggest fucking gym, lots of people, man. I think it was like 1,700 members, I think he said. So he's trying to figure out something with that too, right? So booking appointments and doing all this other shit, I'm never going to get my own way all the time. So I got to set my fucking shit back up here and lift
I
weights at
think.
home.
I think that's amazing. First of all, and I
Mhm.
expect to see you fucking jacked. Okay.
Yeah.
I expect
Well,
to
I'm all
see.
natural too. I don't take any steroids. I don't fucking eat test. And I was contemplating it, but I don't do any of it, man. I changed my diet, and I'm trying to lift weights, but turning 10 years of fat into fucking muscle is not an
I
easy
got to
thing to
do
do,
the
buddy.
same. I got to do the same, and I gotta jump on the same train soon. I'm going to soon. Maybe a New Year's
Yeah.
thing. I got a couple more. I got like 2 weeks. Have some fun. um,
Yeah.
but you know what I think we got to do though, as far as other business owners go, and people that don't know what to do with their shop or whatever it is, I say just fucking hang in. I say I've been just biting the bullet. All I have is my shop. That's all I have. So I'm gonna hold on to it as long as I can, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
doing right now. So it's costing me money, So it is what it is. But this is what it is to be a shop owner. And if you're gonna sail a ship and you're gonna be successful sailing it, this is what you're gonna do. And you're gonna bite the bullet sometimes. You're gonna grab your fucking balls and put your finger up. You have to sometimes. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to keep it together. Uh, Make art. Art keeps me sane, or I'll be crazy.
Yeah.
Art keeps me sane. So that's what I've been doing. But I'm trying to hang in though. I'm waiting. I'm
Yeah.
gonna wait this other lockdown shit out. After that, there's people on the Danforth right now, store owners all over with hand signs up saying, "Fuck this! I have lost 24 employees. I'm down to 5, something, whatever. I don't know what they're saying now anymore, but they're on there." And I'm not doing it. I'm not allowed to do it because my wife would be like, "Fuck no!" So I'm just being calm and cool, and I
Yeah.
might post a funny meme here and there though, and I got some good ones.
Well, you're not
I
on
got some
Facebook,
good
right?
ones.
You're on
No,
Instagram, right? On your
just
socials. Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
too many. Just do one.
Yeah, I know.
Be
I
crazy at
wish
one.
I know I don't even want Facebook either, but I do so much networking with everything, the tattoos, podcasting, and the gaming, right? So
Yeah,
I've got to have it, unfortunately, and it's free advertisement too. I just same thing, man. I kind of keep to myself on there for the most part, and then if there's something I got to say, or if there's a smart ass remark I want somebody to be reminded about, I got to post it, right?
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I hear you.
But
Or not.
your style of tattooing, man, what would you consider your style to be? You think it would be a more
Now,
realism side?
now,
Sure. Like what did you start doing, and what how has it
like
evolved into what it is
when you
now?
ask that
Sure. Let
question,
people know.
when you ask that question to me, it depends on the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when it comes to now, it's like, black, color infused black and gray, surrealism, right? I like cold images with a slight glow somewhere. If I'm allowed to do what I want to do, which is pretty rare, I still got to make money. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I probably
Yeah,
do
no, I hear you.
10% of the crazy shit that I draw in fucking here. 10% of that shit
Yeah.
that I can actually sell, right? Like all my homies want to get it. It's fine. I can give away lots of dope pieces, but you know, I still got to wait for nice requests and take those as they come, obviously. But there's some crazy, crazy things I want to do if I had the opportunity to do them. So I got to
Yeah.
pay the bills too,
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
I hear you. I know I've always
color and color
go on,
infused
sorry.
black and gray, realism. Yeah, mainly realism. I like the line later, is what I like to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's essentially what I do for the most part too. I just go back in,
Mm-hmm.
tighten things up. I'll do
Yeah.
some ghost lines or gray lines, whatever you call them, blood lines, just
Mm-hmm.
to kind of box in. So just in case I lose the stencil, right? You know how it goes. And
Yeah.
then where a
Then
big
shit gets
bold line is
crazy.
needed.
Then
Yeah,
shit gets
where a big bold
crazy.
line is needed, then you throw it in. But until then, I just box everything in with the contrast and the shapes and shading and everything, and then come back in with your liner and kind of tighten up afterwards. Right? That's how I do it, man.
Yeah.
So it's been working for me, and I've been
Yeah.
seeing healed pieces that I've done, a year or two ago, and they've healed really well.
Yeah.
So
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to do more collaboration pieces and treat them like
mhm.
journeys almost. Like let's get an idea, let's find somebody and let's put it together, let's get it on them. And what's the story to be told, right? With the image.
Yeah,
Imagine doing that.
hmm
Imagine just bouncing around and doing all kinds of collaborations,
yeah,
for
it'd be
like six
crazy,
months.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy. I want to do
yeah,
things
no
like
shit,
that. You
man.
know why? Because I'm not allowed to now. That's why I think of something like that. I'm not allowed to do that, right? Just
hmm
go around. Let's do collaborations. I'll show up here. You can't even do that now. That's weird. So I want
Yeah,
to do
it
that
makes you
now.
want it even more now, I guess, eh?
Yeah, yeah,
hmm
yeah.
Yeah. So, what is there any in particular artists, obviously more than one, that like kind of inspire you still to this day, 25 years later?
Yeah, man. Fuck. All the time. All the time. You know who I like a lot, who I discovered a couple years ago? Stanislav Zukowski. Stanislav Zukowski. Yeah.
No idea.
Huh.
I'm gonna look
What an
that up on my
interesting
phone right
story.
now. Instagram?
Stanislav Zukowski. Yeah. I'm not pronouncing it right, but he's not alive anymore. But
Oh, okay.
man, when I discovered some of his shit, I was like, you know, there's more to art than just
hmm
tattooing. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
Tattooing
Oh yeah. More
tattooing's
to
just a
tattooing
tiny tattooing's just my bread and butter. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Tattooing is I've been doing it a long time and I'm just used to doing it, you know? But yeah, that's something
Well,
I
there's
find
more to
really
tattooing than just
inspirational.
tattooing as well.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
got we
hell
got a
yeah.
lot of
And that's why
different
I
backgrounds
adapt
with
to
art, man.
that's why I'm always adapting to new technology. Like I'm definitely not stuck to tattooing, old with a coil or whatever machine you've been using for years and years. If it's something new, I want to try it. I want to try it out
hmm
all the time. Even though if I
I'm the
don't like
same
it, I
way.
might
I
not
like to
like
jump
it.
on that bandwagon.
Yeah, and I remember you talking about that when you're in the shop, just new technology and new wireless, new type of power supply. I want to get a I want to get a foot switch with my wireless FK Iron pen. But there's a foot switch you can get. It's Bluetooth and it connects to the battery somehow or something. But I like the
Yeah.
idea of being able to still control it. When I dip my ink, I like to turn my machine off. I like to dip a bit, turn it on, let it cipher for a second. I like to do that. I used to do that a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
So I've
now
been
I'm always
running.
running.
I have
I'm
like
running
a
continuous all the time, so it's like
yeah, it's constantly
you know.
running. That's how my machine is. Yeah, I like what is it? The critical bomb or atom bomb, whatever the fuck they called it. That tiny little round thing, magnetic,
Yeah,
sticks to the side of your table,
yeah.
and I just hit the button, man. I got rid of the foot switch thing. I just got tired of fucking searching for it all the time, and if I lose it,
I
and just
like it.
I'm
I
fucking
like it, but it's
yeah.
bad for your hip. I like it, but I would notice a lot of hip issues later. I don't have hip
Hmm.
issues now because I can tuck my feet where I want. I can tuck them. I
Yeah,
don't have to
it
worry
took
about
me
my
a while
foot
to get
switch.
used to it though.
Yeah, but
It
I
took
still
me a
like
good,
it.
probably a good 20 tattoos, man, until I started getting used to not searching for it, right? Because when I did switch to it, or switch to no foot switch, I should say, um, I still found myself trying to search for it,
Yeah,
for the first little
yeah.
bit, and it's not
You
there.
know
And
what
I'm
I
like,
would
Jesus
like?
Christ,
You know what I would like?
what's that?
I would like a hand switch, some sort of a little fob type of key fob type thing that I can turn my machine on and off this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
when I
something
dip,
that
I'd like to stop for a second. I like to run when I mix inks. If I dip in this ink and dip in that color, I want to run it for a second and turn it off. You know, I just like the option instead of continuous.
yeah.
So
Well, I'm
I
sure if
work
you
continuous because
you got
that's
lots
what
of
it is,
time right now to think, so
buddy.
think of something and patent pending, bro. Do it.
Yeah, man. I know. I've been thinking about shit like that. I've already looked into it. There's so much stuff you gotta like. There's so much shit to go through if you're to really like design something. Every time I start to bark up that tree, you should see the drawings I have of ideas. It's so far to like the amount of money it would cost to really put things together to see if they would work. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's tough, but yeah,
Yeah, no, I
got
bet,
some
man.
ideas. Mm,
So where'd you
check this out.
sorry.
Some
Oh, there you
some
go.
old frames. These are old frames I made fucking a while back. Oldies,
You gonna bring them to
oldies.
life?
Yeah, I think I might. I got some coils here, some nice coils. I got rid of. I got these ones. I wrapped them with some $2 bills, some old $2 bills.
$2 bills. Holy fuck.
Yeah, $2 bills. Where are they? I don't know where they are right
I
now. I
haven't
have to
seen a
dig them
$2
out.
bill in forever, man.
I know. I bought a bunch of $2 bills and $1 bills. Anytime I'm at the Pickering flea market, I pick them up there. I got these little vice screws here. They're pretty nice. These are
Oh, those are nice.
nice and thick when they're on there. Yeah, they go on nice. I like these guys, nice
Hmm.
and heavy. I still like making machines. I still like
Yeah,
making them. I
I
still
had
have.
that conversation with John too about building machines, and Chris. It's fun to do that kind of stuff and customize the machine to you,
Mm,
and
mm-hmm.
to tune it and do all this other fun shit, right? And that you can fucking strip it down, rebuild it however you basically want to, bore out some more fucking holes in it, make it lighter, do
Yeah,
what you got to do. So when it comes to the rotaries, you don't get to do that, right? But it's the whole maintenance
yeah.
thing is great, and
But
not having any fucking maintenance.
the thing with the rotary compared to the coil machines are like the family samurai sword, where you never really
Yeah.
want to take it to battle again. I don't want to. Now all my coils, I have lots of coils. They're all just on the shelf now. They're tucked away. I want to make cabinets actually for them to mount them in nice on display, so I can actually see the beauty of them because they're beautiful. You know,
Hmm.
I just don't want to use them every day. But when I use the rotary machine, I use it like a tool. I use it like when I go into battle with it, I'll leave it stuck in your body and I'll grab somebody else's and continue. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to
yeah,
lose the
yeah.
family sword
Interesting.
when you go to battle, right? So with the
Hmm.
other one, I treat it different. I don't give a fuck about it. Like, let's use it. I turn it up where I need to be. I tattoo 7, 8 hours a day. So we're running this thing. Let's see. It doesn't even heat up. It's a beautiful machine. Hats off to the FK Iron guys with this machine. I love it. I've been using it for a while now, and I use it a lot. And it's a great machine. But that's how I treat it. You know, it's the difference between the coils. They're still beautiful. Like it's still art to me. I like I like messing with them. I want to get into graving. I bought a little graving tool. I want to grave them and make shit
Was
on
that the
them.
same thing as a Dremel, isn't it? So the same
It's
kind of
sort of
shit, same idea.
it's like it's like a little handheld. Uh, where is she? It's like a little handheld device. Where the heck is she? You have to stick it in this tool or this like I don't know. This is the tip of it. and that goes
Okay.
in. I have a little wooden vise that it goes in. But anyways, this is like hand graving, and it just scrapes the surface. Like you make
Okay.
your pattern on the metal, whatever you're using. This is 1018 cold rolled steel, so it's hard. But yeah, you grave out of there, and you just etch away, and it kind of picks it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you can do
and just
whatever, like sign it, number it, do whatever you need to do.
yeah,
Patterns,
yeah. I do that
whatever.
with the. I have a punch that I put like SM on there. Can you see it? Let me see. I
No.
don't know if you can. It's like right.
I can see like the marks, but I can't read what it says. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little SM on there. I have a little punch, and I punch the numbers into it and the letters. I have
Hmm.
it. They're like alphabetic order and shit. I have those. It's like a little punch. I punch them in. I used to make
Nice.
machines a lot back in the day, man. I don't do that shit anymore, but this is where I used to do it.
Yeah, I never really got into, custom building machines right from scratch, boring out the holes on the raw frames and shit like that. I actually do you know Rich Grenier? He's in Barrie now. He was in
Yeah,
Niagara when I met him, but
yeah, yeah.
he does a lot
The
of,
mach-
I don't know if he still does it to this day, but he was getting right into it, and he actually showed me a little bit. He showed tons of artists here in local area here that how to do it basically, and all the artists were having fun doing it, and he was great, man. He it was fun for him, and again, I don't know if he's doing it still to this day, but yeah,
that's
man, it's
cool.
the couple that I did with them. They're pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah, there's a
So
local guy that does machines in the neighborhood. I haven't used one of his machines, but every time I look at them, they're beautiful. I wish I could give him a plug right now, but I don't know exactly his Instagram handle. There's a
yeah.
local guy here that I'm really impressed with his machines. They're super clean. People still make them, man. There's a lot of guys that I follow, but I'm still like,
Dude, there's
man,
a ton of
beautiful.
artists that are loyal to that coil, man. Tons of them.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, there's still like, fucking artists in my shop that use them.
I just like the whole idea. My whole thing was you wanted to from scratch. You wanted to first get your metal cut, then you're gonna weld it together. All your holes are drilled. Whatever it is, you're assembling your machine. You wrap your coils. I got a coil winder here too. That was fun, just sitting there winding coils. But you wind your
Yeah.
coils, build everything from scratch, basically. And then what you want to do when it's all wired up and you hook it up to your power supply, you want it to work and you want it to work perfect in tune. That's the game I used to play. I used to play that from scratch. So build it from scratch and then tune
Yeah.
it and run it and have it hum perfectly and not have to adjust it at all. And obviously, sometimes you'd have to. But the game was like, let's see, does it have life like Frankenstein, that Frankenstein moment? And you want it to be perfect. You know?
Yeah. Sometimes you
Yeah.
don't like it doesn't matter about the follow through and shit. It's about that sound, and just watching the
Yeah.
flutter, the
Yeah.
even flutter with your naked eye, just watching that shit, right? And you don't have to pay attention to the digital fucking readout with the follow through and all this other
Yeah.
fucking mumbo jumbo, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, man, it was fun, dude.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, that's crazy, man. So who taught you how to like do you just self-taught with building machines and tattooing, or do like you obviously did an apprenticeship back in the day, or no, or you just kind of self-taught? Like
I
fuck
remember
years ago, obviously.
I remember the first tattoo machine I ever had. It was a national lightweight, right? National lightweight. Yeah, National Lightweight, or was it Spalding or Rogers? National Lightweight, something like that. And I got that on Queen Street from Studio One, Gary Shine.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Studio One.
Gary
Yeah.
Shine. So I
Yeah.
got that machine, and I'm going to answer your question soon. And so one
Yep.
day I thought I'm going to clean my machine, and to clean my machine, I have to disassemble it. So I disassembled my machine one day, and then I tried to put it back together, and it didn't work. It did one of those like when you push the foot switch down, the armature bar goes,
Man, it
and I'm
just
like,
sticks, yeah.
I'm like,
Magnetic.
what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like something's happening, but not nothing else.
Yeah.
So I remember that, and I had confusion, right? And I had somebody coming over to get tattooed to my house that day. This is when I was just figuring shit out, you know. I'm young,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
whatever, and and that happens, and they're on their way to my house. Like, you're gonna be here in like an hour or two, and I thought it was a good idea to do all this shit right now, and so so it sticks down, and that's it. And I have to basically go through everything, and it was just a washer issue that I forgot a washer, and I just had I was grounded off. I wasn't grounded right. Yeah, it stuck down. Anyways, I found it in. I put it in, put the grommet in, and it started singing. And what I learned that day, though, stuck with me forever. That was my point. And that was the beginning to me actually understanding how the machine worked, because I had to figure it out. I had like an hour or two to figure it out. And I'll never forget that. And I was forced to just figure it out. And after that, I looked at the machine and I was just like, I got you now. I think I got you. So after that, I would start, getting old machines and starting to put them together, mix and match, or the armature bar and the springs are shit on this one. So, recut some springs and get another armature bar and stick it on, and just start building machines and assembling them first, as opposed to actually getting into like the, getting your metal cut or starting from scratch. I would do that. And then I worked my way up to actually wanting to try out to make, real tattoo machines. I actually made one out of wood too. I don't know what's around here. I made one out of wood.
I think
like
I remember fucking assembling mine. Like I used to use, remember the green monster kit from Icon back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
and
one
then
of those.
I think I started off with all those, man. Those things were the old, trusty, reliable fucking hunk of shit. Those things were. I made quite a
They
bit of
ran
money with those things,
they
man.
ran hard. They ran hard and fast.
Yep.
And they had that that old icon style armature bar that had the cutout in it, and it had
The current, yeah, and you could buy those
you know what I'm
coils,
saying?
the slotted, or not the slotted coils, the slotted springs and
Armature
all that
bar.
shit.
Yeah, the springs
Yeah,
were, on that angle that gave it
yeah,
extra pressure,
yeah,
which was super cool idea. It was
yeah,
great. But it ran way harder than I needed it to.
yeah.
I wasn't doing big, giant, huge, fat lines and bold color and stuff like that, which I think that stuff worked out for. But I
Hmm.
I have one and it runs fast. I still have it.
Yeah, well, like I
Still
said, that
fires
thing
up.
will keep going, man. Fuck any of these coils, well, man. You give them some TLC, put the proper parts on them, they'll all
I still
fucking
I still have all
fire
my
up.
old machine gun magazines too. You remember those
I
machine
sure
gun
do, man.
magazines?
I read, fuck, what is
Still
there,
got all those.
seven? Is there 7 or 10 of them? I think. And
I think there's
I've,
like 10, 9 or 10.
yeah,
I have
yeah, I
them.
read those. Yeah, I read
They're
those a
good.
few times actually.
You know what's
But
funny though? There's not a lot of people that are so interested in all that nowadays. I find,
I
because
wish that I
you can
could.
shortcut.
Yeah, well, I'm
There's a
actually going to
shortcut to
ask you
everything.
about this as well, but before I do, I wish I had that and had those right now to give to apprentices nowadays, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they need to read that shit. Like we have an apprentice
They
now.
have
He's,
to.
he's basically a working
They need to
apprentice, but he
care though.
does, yeah, he does American traditional, right? So especially somebody who does American traditional, who runs those coils every day, who wants to run the coils and not the pens. That's just what he prefers right now, even as a new artist. This might change down the road, but I mean, we can
Mm-hmm.
show him everything we know about the coils, right? And other artists the same thing that are in the shop. But I would just like to fucking say, here's these machine gun mags. I read these, fucking read them front to back 10 times each fucking magazine. Now rip that coil machine apart, rebuild it, get that thing running tip top shape, basically your
Yeah,
fucking
man.
eyes closed. And they don't know what the lesson they're being taught by fucking reading those magazines, man. That's a lot of
There,
knowledge. That's good knowledge to have.
there was also two of the OGs that remember the Reed Street Tattoo uh, online forum, Sets to Free. He's also a really well-known tattoo
Yeah,
machine
Seth
builder.
Safari or whatever. Doesn't he work for Workhorse, or he builds with Workhorse or
Yeah,
something? Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So that back in the day, there was Reed. It was Reed Street Tattoo Forum or something like that. I was a part of that, and it was just everybody on there sharing information, and everybody was mad cool too. I remember I dropped my first website ever, and I was like, "Hey guys, working on it still. Just your thoughts. This is just a little like a quick link to it."
yeah.
And everybody checked it out. And it's like, kind of confusing here, but I like this there, and like some good input. It
Yeah.
was good for that. It was way before I was on Instagram or Facebook or any of that.
Yeah, there was a
But
site too, more or less. It was like almost like a Reddit thing. It was like Body Mod or something like that. I don't know if you remember.
yeah,
Was that
BME
BME or
designer.
some? Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if that still
That was
exists
some
either.
next level shit though. That was like holes through your face stuff. I had a
Yeah,
homie that was into that. I'm not that hardcore. You can
yeah,
tell but it was next level stuff, like suspension stuff. I can't. It's too much for me. My chest hurts just thinking about it.
That might be an age thing. You're almost 40.
I know, right? I know. That was a thing back in the day, though. They would have like suspension demonstrations and
Yeah,
stuff. I
man.
don't see that stuff at conventions anymore.
No,
That
man.
extreme side of things, it seemed to kind of not go away, but it's just not as prominent. I remember back in the day when I was tattooing back in the day, like early 2000s on Young Street, like that shit was popular. Piercers would make lots of money back then
Oh
too.
yeah, bud.
Maybe making
I actually just
50%.
I had a sit down with my old piercer buddy there, Brock, and I worked with
Yeah,
him at a couple different shops, and the same thing. I had conversations with him, about piercing and stuff, and I mentioned that to him too. I said I remember back in the day, like when I was new to tattooing, I said I watched these piercers. They would be in their fucking booth. Like the piercing would take what 10 to 20 minutes, calming people down, poking the hole in them, doing their thing. And they're kind of at the till paying when fucking, the aftercare is done. They're at the till paying, and then other clients are coming in, they're doing other piercing. So they're constantly like really never leaving their fucking booth unless they're coming out having a smoke break in between each piercing. And,
yeah,
they were super busy. And I asked the same thing, is it a dying trade? Is it, it's slowed down. And I think it has. And I think John, when I was talking to him, he brought up a good point where, cause his wife, she pierces too, and it comes in
mhm.
waves. It comes and goes,
Right,
and,
right. We've never had a piercer at the shop. I've never wanted to have one just because of just like liability issues, and there were so many problems. I
yeah,
remember
insurance and all
working
that
in
shit.
shops.
Yeah.
I just remember people coming back. You got young. We don't tattoo anybody under 18 either. We don't.
Hmm.
I don't want to have anything to do with anybody under 18.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people, like, would come back, like you said, with kids and stuff. They'd come back and, oh, I lost the ball off my
Yeah.
nose ring, right? And
Fuck
they're like,
all
well,
that.
stop playing with it. They're like, oh, well, I didn't, and they're playing with it as you
Yeah.
speak, that you fucking lost the ball because you were playing with your fucking nose,
Yeah.
you
We don't
know?
mess with any of that for years. I haven't.
Yeah, I think our age limit, I think here is 16, 17 with parental consent, and then 18
No,
you
it's the
sign to
same. It's the
yourself.
same
Yeah.
here.
Is it?
That's
Yeah.
just my rule in
That's
my
just yours.
shop.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got
But
what's your take on apprentices? Do you have an apprentice now, or when's the last time you had one?
no,
And
I
will you
rarely
take
have
any
them.
more?
Yeah, I'll definitely take on an apprentice. Um, I had my homie Francis. He works at Ink and Water now. I think, right? So yeah, he's that was my last apprentice, the last person that I showed the craft, the last person that I moved the curtain for to see behind what's behind the curtain. That's the last time I did that, but I'd like to do it again for sure. But definitely the craft. It's not something I would sell to anybody. It's only something that I would gift to the worthy,
Hmm.
and that's what it is, right? It should only be
Yeah.
gifted to the worthy. I think tattooing. That's what keeps it sacred, because you can just buy the craft nowadays. You can actually just
Oh yeah.
find somewhere and show up, pay them 5 grand or 10 grand or
Tattoo
whatever it is
schools, bud.
they take from you, and you can try it. Maybe you don't even like it, and that's it. But you're shown behind the curtain as something sacred, and I consider it sacred.
I was telling Chris that here in Barrie, it's probably the same way in Toronto and stuff. You can go to a fucking secondhand shop, and they have actual tattoo kits there that somebody may have ordered off eBay or something, and then they sold it. And there's actual needles that are expired in the package, from whatever manufacturer in China or whatever. But you can buy all that shit at a secondhand shop.
Oh
Pigment
yeah,
fucking bottles that are already open, cracked open, and they're just fucking shut, sitting on the shelf or in this case, and it's fucking
back
disgusting.
in the back in the day, it was Nick's. It was at the Holiday Inn, and it was the first time. It was interesting. It was they gave these like special passes out to anybody that was a tattoo artist, and it was like a industry only type of show before the show opened. I guess it was
Yeah.
like the first time they were going to try it or whatever, because they didn't want to open it up to the general population. So it was the industry only thing, and we got these tickets, and I felt all exclusive and special, and fucking we go there, and I remember I bought like 4 or 5 tattoo machines that day. Anyways, so it was just tattoo artists that were there, and there was just other there was all kinds of. Icon was there too, and Icon was just happening. I bought the Next Generation machine there.
Yeah.
It's this two-piece steel
Was that
next
the
generation.
Orion Next Gen or something? Was that the
Yeah, I think it's
aircraft
that.
aluminum one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not aluminum though. This is steel. This one's steel.
Oh, okay. I think I bought one
Yeah,
from them and it was aircraft aluminum. It
but
was super
they have
light.
aluminum,
Okay.
super light. This one's steel though. It's a two piece. It's like number 20 something too. It's super low.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. I got it like a long time ago. I got another question for you after this. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
You got me early in the day, and I'm stoned. So here we go.
It's all good, bro.
So anyways, it was an industry only type of thing, and the inks, all that kind of stuff, only for tattoo artists. It was really cool. And then they were going to open up the rest of the show, but the guys that were in the industry only thing, the guys, the retailers, they wanted to stay open for everybody else because they want to keep selling, right? And Damien was like, no, we're shutting this down because we're not selling to the public, right? This is only for tattoo artists. You're allowed to go behind the curtain, and they can only buy only. And I remember being young, like a young artist, thinking, what's the big deal, right? But now, as an older artist, when Damien did something like that, and he was really keeping the craft sacred, and he understood how important it was to just not let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To just not give it away so freely.
Well, dude,
and
there's a lot of artists
that
do to this day. They just fucking let it go, right? Give it
I
to
know,
anybody.
and I'm not trying to get into that either because it's not my issue, and I'm not the tattoo police. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. Still recording. Did you share your screen or something? You there?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You okay. Good? Technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Sorry, brother. I don't know what happened.
No. It's all
I had
good.
to plug my phone in.
It's all good. I think I don't know if you remember where we left off or where you left off.
I think I was talking about the public not being able to come into the industry part of the convention that time.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I remember it being a cool thing, though, that it was kind of shut down by Damien. And the other guys were a little pissed off because they wanted to sell more, and I understood that too. And but yeah, I understood it then when he shut it down, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool thing to do. As I'm older, I get it because I consider the craft sacred, and that was a really cool gesture.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, you can just buy the shit anywhere you want. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you can buy kits off eBay. Like I said, secondhand stores. Fucking almost anybody will teach you how to fucking tattoo now, you know.
Well, even YouTube, you can do it, and a lot of guys just teach themselves. And there's a lot of good artists that come out of this too. There's many artists that I've seen and know that are good artists, that are self-taught artists.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're doing great art. So I'm not knocking it or anything. I'm at a time in my career, I consider the craft sacred, and that's why. You know what I mean? That's why it's important.
Yeah. You said you had a question for me.
Yeah. Oh, remember? The question. You own a Mickey Sharp's tattoo machine? Do you?
I used to. I had was it the rotary dialer or whatever the fuck it was called?
Yeah, the phone dial.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I used to. The red one.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I actually bought it at Nick's, I think.
Everybody does. So I always like to ask, if you're a coil guy, usually somebody has one. And I always like to know what number is yours.
Oh, I don't remember. I fucking sold mine a long time ago. Yeah, I jumped on the rotary bandwagon, and I've been on rotaries ever since. So this is fuck. I think probably going back 8 to 10 years. Yeah, 8 to 10 years. I would have owned that machine. You know.
That's why I'm curious. That's why I'm always curious.
I did for sure.
I don't get rid of anything like that. I have my very first machine still.
Yeah. You see, I don't keep that kind of shit. I just fucking get rid of everything and just kind of out with the old in with the new, right? And maybe I should.
Yeah.
But that's just how I am. I just I know if I just keep it fucking sitting there, I don't know. I just don't find any use for it, right? But like you said, putting your old rotary or your old coils and stuff in a display cabinet, like I think that idea is amazing.
Yeah, I want to start doing that. I want to build something for it, and
and if I wasn't such a fucking tool, then maybe I could have done the same thing. But here we are.
Yeah. Whatever. You still got some.
I've got some. I got my collection of rotaries. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I use
that's cool.
So.
Yeah, man. I got pens. I got the FYT pen as well. The FYT guys are good. Those guys sponsor us. Those guys take care of us really good too. Big
Yeah.
shout out to FYT. Those guys hold it down, and they got a pen that I like to use. It's a little more on the cheaper side, which is good. It's a little more affordable, and it's a workhorse too. I've used one for a good year. One of their pens. I've been using pens for years now. Like I've been using the pen since the first Cheyenne pen, whatever
Yeah.
that pen was. I've
I
been
think the
using it
first
since
pen I
then.
had was that equalizer, the quadrant. I think that was the first pen I had.
Yeah, I forget the names of all of them. I don't know. I
And there
just
was
use them.
I think was it Dom from Primal Attitude? I think he let me try one out for a few days as well, and
Mhm.
just to give him some feedback and stuff like that. That was a while back,
Dom.
5 years ago. Yeah, Dom. Yeah,
That guy makes me laugh.
I don't know what he's doing these days.
Who knows? Driving this ice cream truck around selling tattoo supplies.
Yeah, yeah. I think fuck, it would have been covered was the last time I saw him too. I
Yeah,
think yeah, he used to come around a lot actually. But
yeah.
so how long has Red Nine been open for? How long have you
We've
had
been
that?
here for 15 years now, man.
Yeah,
We've been there.
nice
Yeah,
man.
15 years we've been there. I was across the street for about a year at a friend of mine's barber shop. That was when I kind of left the whole like tattoo scene because I was part of the tattoo scene before that, before I started doing my own thing. I tried out, I had a friend of mine that had a barber shop, Cut and Run on the corner. Shout outs to Cut and Run, OG barbershop from the neighborhood,
Hmm.
Danforth thing. Anyways, he had a big shop, so I took a spot in the back. I rented a spot in the back there, and I was doing my own thing, just trying it out to see if I could do this on my own. I ended up kind of taking a bunch of clients that I had from my other shop, and I started getting really booked up. That's what really happened. That's what made me want to do my own thing. Is I was working at a street shop, Planet Ink. Shout outs to Planet Ink. And I was working at a street shop, Planet Ink, for a good 3-4 years on Young Street, and it was first come first serve. First artist to the shop, that was first in line, and if you whatever you specialized in, you did that, or if I would always try to take on more realistic pieces. I was trying to do animal realism and starting to play with portraits and
All the
things
hard
like
shit
that.
right off the hop.
Yeah, off the hop, all the hard shit. I'm looking at Bob Tyrell, and actually, back then it was Paul Booth
Paul
first.
Booth, yeah.
Actually, yeah,
OG.
Paul Booth first. Yeah. So I was watching him, and I was looking at those pieces, and I was like, man, I like that stuff, right?
Yep.
And so went from the street shops, a few more before that. Even I was on Kingston Road, way before that. Irresistible Ink, OG shit.
Yeah. You've been
um,
around.
I've been around Catwalk. There was an old school Catwalk, the classic fucking take your money and run Catwalk. That was a shithole.
Yeah. Toronto's
Yeah.
fucking got a lot of shops, man. But there's a lot of great shops there too, man.
I learned, man. I learned so much. I learned how to draw on the fly. I'm the guy that would never get prepared. You know what I mean? Some people are all prepared and shit. I'm partying. I'd show up at the shop in the morning like a rock star, and I'd fucking draw because that's what I do right on the skin too. I'm like, just give me a marker and let me do my thing. You know, using a Sharpie was my thing. It's always been my thing now. That's how I work the way I work though. I kind of like schooled myself into becoming that type of artist.
Yeah.
I like to work on the spot. I don't like to have everything so planned out.
You know what
I
I
mean?
find though with the whole Sharpie thing too is it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy. What I'm saying is you don't have to take a piece of paper with a stencil on it and fucking, look, I'll move it over a half inch and oh fuck, I got to take it off just to, move it back that half inch or whatever, right? You can just
Yeah.
fucking flow with the anatomy,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
go with it, and it's
Yeah.
sometimes it really works out and sometimes it's like fuck, you frustrate yourself and shit like that. And having multiple colors of the Sharpies, right? And just like you can
Yeah.
also plan out your shading, just draw it in and kind of wipe it with your glove and it smudges where you want your shading. And different colors to us, mean different things, where we're going to put heavier
Yeah.
shading or lighter shading or a line or whatever. And the client, a friend or not, or a longtime client or not, whether they've been tattooed 100 times or it's their first one, they kind of look at it being like, okay, what the fuck is going on here, right? And it's really only us that can read
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. But they're here to see you, right?
Yeah.
Like anybody that comes to get tattoos from me, they're here to see Jesse Shearman. So you're already you already know what I'm capable of. You like what I've done, and you're giving me the opportunity to do what I do. But you have to give me the opportunity to do what I do under my circumstances. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They want things
Yeah.
to happen like this is a fucking office or something. You know what I mean? I feel like we're swearing a lot.
Nah,
I'm,
whatever. I don't care. It's not for
you know,
children, and it's an explicit
I
show.
had a
So
I had a client tune into another podcast that I was on not too long ago, and he's like, I had to turn it off because you guys were swearing a lot, and I probably shouldn't be swearing so much because it's just not very professional. You know what I mean?
man,
But
we're fucking whatever. I don't give a shit. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen. And it's, I'm not being ignorant, but that's who we are. I'm
I
not going to
know.
change who I am, right?
I'm just
I don't.
having a good time, man. I'm just having a good time.
Yeah,
So
buddy.
it's good to shoot the shit,
Mm-hmm.
and someone that understands where you're coming from as well. I'm just surrounded by my crew all the time. Like I'm not really even socializing with anybody or anything. So it's just my crew. That's it, and that's who I talk about tattoos with.
Yeah.
I tune in with Matt Ellis every once in a while. You should get him on here as well.
I was actually told that, and I've met Matt Ellis and George Brown and stuff, and I don't know. Are they still doing the Seven Crowns thing, or are they just with Citrus City now for Keith?
They
Because I
they
know
are.
Keith did the Winter Bottom.
Yeah, so they're out in Orangeville now. They took over Citrus City. It's Seven Crowns and something Citrus City. I think the Seven Crowns sign is up. The last time I was there, I think.
Are they still like residing in the city, or did they both pack up and just kind of like personally
Uh,
did they move to Orangeville, or are they making the commute?
I think Matt Ellis is still here. I think George Brown is uh more north. I don't want to say exactly where he is. I don't know, but
Yeah.
um, he's more north, and I guess they make their way out to Orangeville.
Yeah.
Um,
We had
yeah, so
years ago. This was going back maybe fucking 12 years ago. I think it was myself, Kim Marks, and fuck, I don't know who else was with us.
Jim.
We all went to we went to Seven Crowns. We were having they used to have like a machine night thing, right? Where
Yeah,
they just
I
kind
went to
of
one of those. I went
yeah,
to one of
man.
those.
And Keith was actually there, and
Yeah.
that was like I've met them at Nick's and stuff like that. I actually the first or second show, I think it was the second Nick's show I worked. My booth was right across from Seven Crowns at the time. Super nice guys, man, and I really like
Yeah.
their whole attire and stuff, and the
Keith is
outfits
my homie.
they put on, man.
Yeah, those guys are family to me, man. Those
Nice.
guys are all family to me. They're not just friends. They're definitely family to me, and I got those
Good.
guys. They're good guys. They know the craft of tattooing. They know what goes into it. You should definitely have Keith on too. I speak to Keith daily. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
wouldn't mind. And like I said, it's I would like to reach out to a few different artists, man, and anybody who wants to be on here shooting the shit with me, whether they know me or
Yeah.
not.
This
It's
is how we learn, man.
this is
is how
about
we learn.
tattoos and just shooting the shit and keeping up with caught up with people and letting people know whether you're an artist or a client or a collector or whoever. You're not even into fucking tattoos, man, or not into people swearing. Who gives a shit? If you want to listen, and they can learn a
Yeah.
thing or two, or at least hear our side of the story with a
Yeah.
few things, and I
That's
think
what
it's
it's
fascinating, man. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah, and that's what it's good for. And the times are, a good time for it, right?
Yeah.
Because people have the time to listen now, right?
Yeah.
And I heard somebody say something. Where did I hear it? You know what it was? I think it was a new album. It's the new Exhibit album. It's Exhibit, Be Real, and
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
the
remember
other
the other
dude.
guy's
Yeah,
name.
no, I know. I can't remember
The
either.
other
It's not
guy, right?
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's a heavy hitter like
I know,
the
but he's
first two.
good.
Yeah, he's good.
He's
Yeah.
a newer guy.
Yeah.
He's newer.
I know exactly what
Anyways,
you're talking about. I have them on Spotify.
the new album just came out, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, it's new to me. I've been bumping it like since yesterday. It's fucking good.
Yeah.
But there's a quote in it. I think I don't know if it's like an interlude or if it's Exhibit saying it. Maybe it's Exhibit saying it. And he stops for a second. I don't know if it's him for sure. But he says if you didn't learn something through this, like a new skill or a trade or have some new type of like path in mind, and you just kind of sat on your ass and didn't accumulate anything new, um, shame on you, I guess,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
this is good time to train yourself. You know what I've been looking up a lot of, and I'm going to start getting into because I have a lot of the tools already, is goldsmithing. I think
Oh,
I might
fuck
get
yeah.
into goldsmithing. The reason why I say goldsmithing is because A, I have the tools. B, I have some experience with metallurgy already, and also it's a small product, big value.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about it. I might get into making like just little gold grills You know, I know a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people that are into that shit, and it's money, man. It's $100
Buddy,
a
I'd
tooth.
fucking wear a gold grill or at least the
That's what I'm
fucking one to
saying.
cover one tooth, man.
I
That's
already got
fucking
molds and
dope.
shit on the way. I already got molds on the way and everything. So
Nice.
I'm gonna,
Yeah, I
I'm going to
actually
learn that.
there's a guy I watch on YouTube. I don't know his name. But he does the same thing, man. And it's like they take the camera and they do close-ups of what he's doing and shit like that. And it's
Yeah,
fucking fascinating. Tedious
yeah,
to me because I like
tedious.
it's like doing tiny little details on a fucking tattoo. I just
Yeah,
it drives me nuts, right? I want to pull out what I have left of my fucking hair sometimes doing it. But it's and I
I'm just
think
trying to
that's
think of, like, I like that it happens in a small space though.
yeah.
That's
Oh
what I
yeah,
like
for
about
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Small product, large value, right?
Yeah.
But I don't need a big giant facility. I'm watching
No,
a lot of
man.
these guys make stuff like not in a big area, and I'm like, I could do this. I
Everything's almost
have
in
it
a reach, right? They're on their chair and they can, swivel their
exactly,
chair this way and do
and
one
that's
thing
where
and
I
like,
am right now.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
that's where I am
that'd
right
be cool.
now.
Like you
So
said, small product and big turnover
yeah,
and
yeah.
big
So
value.
that's something I'm looking into. I don't know if this is gonna happen. I've been watching all kinds of YouTube stuff. I'm like the tattoo artist that like just wants to pay his way to become a tattoo artist, like the guy that doesn't know anything about tattooing. I'm like
Mhm.
that in the jewelry business right now. Where
Yeah,
like I don't really care too much about the history of the craft. I just want to learn a little small part about it and get paid.
yeah, yeah. The turnover, the end
The
result.
turnover.
Yeah,
I
well,
like it
that's
too. I
why.
mean, I like my gold.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
like my gold. So
I've
fucking
never really been one like for jewelry, man. I don't know. I think like even me
yeah.
wearing rings, man, and maybe it's because I'm an artist. I've got gloves on and off all the time. Fucking
I should
jewelry, it kind of
I
drives me
should
nuts.
maybe I should maybe let you go on this note. But I brought four things from
Hmm.
Scarborough with me. One thing was my wife. Another thing was rap music. Third thing was tattooing, and the fourth was
The
this thing
bling,
right
baby.
here.
The
And
bling,
that was
yeah.
it. I left everything in Scarborough. I left everything else in Scarborough, and I headed out.
Nice, man.
And that's my fucking story.
Well, man, you know what? It was awesome to sit and chat with you, man, catch up for sure. And
Yeah, buddy.
I would
But we got to hook up again. Like I said, I want to do
absolutely.
these collabo pieces or something. I want to get
I'm
on to
down for
something like
sure,
that,
man. I'm
where
down
I'm
for
just going to
sure.
travel around because I want to get out. That's why I'm thinking of this. I want to get out. I want to go places. I want to travel when I'm allowed to, obviously.
Yeah.
And I want to do something like that though, something
Well, I'll tell you
substantial.
what, we're not if you want to fucking if you got a couple buddies or whatever that want to get tattooed right now, come on up to my shop, man. I'll find a spot for you right now.
I know,
And
right?
yeah, you can come on up. You're more than welcome there anytime, man.
Yeah,
And
I might have to
I'm
take you
sure
up
my
on that.
business partner and my artists would be, open arms, man. They
Right on, man.
my business partner, Kyle Calvert. I'm sure you've seen
Yeah,
his
yeah,
stuff on the gram and
yeah,
stuff
for
like
sure.
that.
He's
But
dope.
super
He's
rad dude.
dope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you
But
guys are doing it up there.
yeah,
You guys are doing
it's
it up there. It's
yeah,
good
we
for you
got
guys.
Hellfire open and it's booming, man.
Yeah.
We've made a name for
I remember
ourselves
I remember
already.
you talking about it, and now it's manifested, and fucking yeah,
Yeah, man.
it looks good. Good
Yeah,
for
man.
you,
Thanks.
brother.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man. But
Yeah,
yeah, if you want to come up for a guest spot and fucking get some tattoos out of your system, fucking, the next couple weeks or whatever, you can come up for however long you want, man.
yeah.
Doors
I'll
open for
take
you,
you
bud.
up on that.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
brother.
Just keep in touch. Well, I really appreciate, man. I appreciate you,
Yeah,
coming on here
you
and
too.
shooting the shit.
Thanks for
So
having me.
no
Keep
problem,
doing
buddy.
it too, man. Keep doing it. I look forward to listening to more. I got to listen to you and John later. I'm gonna get on that too.
Yeah, I got, I try to do one, like upload one every couple weeks. So I've got, what I just uploaded Chris's and then I got Brock on here, which I'll probably
Yeah,
release probably sooner than later. And then I got John's on here, and then yours, and I've actually I've got a couple big names, reputable artists that are going to come on here. So I'm just actually going to contact them after I let you go here and sign something up for next week and get them
nice,
on here, man.
man.
It'll be good. I'm
I'll
going to
be
keep pushing
listening.
it, so I'll
Yeah,
keep
I'll be
pushing it.
listening. Right
Cool,
on,
man.
brother.
Well, I appreciate it.
Thanks. All right.
I'm gonna hang this up now, and then you'll still be on here. We'll talk in a sec.
Okay, cool.
All right, brother.
Sounds good.